Oh, we're live.
Come on, catch up. There we go. What's up, TJ?
What's TJ doing?
What's up, Laura? Laura, you get your computer up and running yet? All right, TJ, we'll see you later, man. Have you seen that Potenzic Autumn SE drone?
No.
It looks just like the Mini 2, and it doesn't have a 3-axis gimbal, but it's on dampeners, and it's goes up and down. You can
Pretty
control
cheap.
it. And, well, I mean, besides the 3-axis gimbal, from the review videos I was watching, they're saying it's a damn near a Mini 2. The only
Really?
difference, but I guess the video stabilization. I mean, the video I saw from it was pretty damn good, and the video stabilization's really good, so it doesn't have to have the gimbal.
What's the cost for it?
Here, I'll show it to you. Potenzic.
Good morning, TJ. Kids just stopped in to say hello and gone. Little Amalora's in the chat.
So this is the drone itself.
$239 on Prime, huh? That's quite
Yeah,
that's a
plus-
different kind of controller, isn't it?
Yeah, plus you can apply a $30 off coupon too. But the only difference between the Mini 2 and this one that I've seen so far, as far as the legs fold straight in on the back instead of flipping around. You know how they do like that?
Oh, they fold like
They just fold straight in.
like the Autel Nano does the same
Yeah.
thing.
But it looks like damn near the same propellers, everything.
Yeah, but is it the same? Is it same specs as far as motor and everything, or level 5 wind resistance?
12 megapixel camera, 4K, 30 frames. It has a 4-kilometer transmission range. Runs up to 31 minutes. A bunch of people have done reviews on this thing, and the few videos I watched, nobody really said anything bad about it, and the video looked really good. I was real surprised.
Comes with 3 batteries or 2 batteries?
2 batteries, I think.
Okay,
No, it comes no, it comes with 3 batteries, and then there's a charging case, kind of like the Mini 2, where it has the 3 charging thing,
Oh yeah.
little hub. It's micro USB-C, or it's USB-C.
Well, it looks the same almost as the Holystone, which is right below the price.
Yeah, those are crap though.
Yeah. Except I like the controller better on that one.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy though. I mean, and like I said, the only difference is the gimbal itself isn't, it's not a, 3-axis gimbal because they're using video stabilization.
So that's fine in most cases, but if you're flying at a certain level and you want to raise the camera, you can't do it, right? You got to raise the drone.
Do what now?
In other words, like when I'm doing my ships, right? I come around the side of the ship,
Right.
and then as I go up the ship, I can raise the camera up a little bit in order to keep it in, or lower it a little bit, depending on how close I am. With that, since you can't raise and lower the camera, you have to raise or lower the drone.
No, that it goes up and down. It just doesn't have the moving around like that.
Oh, the 3-axis?
Yeah, but it is controlled up and down. You can control the up and down on it
Okay.
from the controller. Sarah looks like she's getting swabbed for COVID and the flu. She wasn't feeling good this morning when she left.
Was she on sick leave now or what?
No, she's at work. I mean, if she has COVID, they're probably gonna send her home, but can't really afford that either, so. She's just stressed out. Got
How's your
a lot
daughter
of,
doing?
she goes to the doctor's today, I believe. So, I think her appointment was today, if I remember correctly.
Well, I hope everybody gets feeling better, but you know, the damn thing is when you're not feeling good, you're not feeling good, and it makes it rough.
I've been up all, and I haven't been even really been to bed. I slept for a couple hours and I've been up all night filling out applications online. I did about 30 applications. So,
Anything any good?
well, I tried some, more retail stuff. I opened my application up for Walmart for more job openings. So it's a bigger category. And I filled out some apps on Indeed for, uh, some home stuff you can do on the computer. It's like remote work. And I filled out 2 applications on 2 different websites for the same thing that Tim's doing, traffic control.
I would think, Justin, that you would, you should get your CDL license. If you get
I
your
don't need,
CDL license, I mean, you could be a FedEx driver or whatever, you know?
I could. I don't even have the money to go get my license switched over. I tried to do that a week ago and I didn't have the money to do it. So I still need to get that switched over because that right there is hindering me on a bunch of jobs because I don't have a Florida license. But I don't have the money to go do it. It's like $60 and I don't have it at the moment. Plus the kids got back to school coming up next week, so that's another expense we gotta get since the schools don't
Well,
provide jack
you
shit
need to
anymore.
get your driver's license switched in order if that's holding you up from getting a job. Because
Well, it's just,
that'll,
it's taking away possible opportunities because I don't have it. But there are a bunch of jobs that don't require you have a Florida, but there was quite a few that I could have gotten the job if I had the license here.
did you apply to like FedEx and those kind of places or?
No, because they all require you have a Florida, whatever state you're driving in, you have to have that license. Like I said, to get my license switched over is like $50, $60, which I just don't have right now.
Maybe,
Kids.
maybe somebody can help you out, you know?
I got nobody. Like, and all the back to school stuff's gonna be like, that shit's not cheap neither, because the schools don't provide anything anymore.
Well, if anybody wants to help Justin out, send him a few bucks on PayPal. That would help him get his, we got to get his license switched, because that seems to be one of the stumbling blocks of him getting a new job.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of jobs around here that were like delivery jobs and stuff like that, but yeah, I just don't have a license to get it.
So they could just send you PayPal.
I said, I've been up all night though. I filled out about 30 applications, so. Because I did quite a few that weren't on Indeed. They were listed on Indeed, but you had to go to their website and fill out a separate application, so. Once you went and do Indeed, then it just transferred you over to their website and redirected you. I filled out 2 applications for the same job that Tim does, so it's traffic controller. So. But they didn't specify that you needed a Florida license. They just said a valid state license, so. Or a valid US driver's license is what they listed, so. I don't think that some companies don't care if you have an out-of-state license, but some of them require it. So. What's up, Andy? So Hodges has a bunch of signs to do today.
Yeah, he's busy.
What's up, Mr. Skyfly? What's up, Joe? Yeah, I was talking to Tim this morning too at like 4 o'clock this morning on the messenger. He was up watching a movie. He was keeping me company while I was filling out applications. I don't know. I have no idea, Laura. If for all I know, you're on your cell phone. I have no idea.
Okay, Justin, I sent you something in PayPal.
Oh God. Tastes nasty. Something's gross in there. Oh. You didn't have to do that, Paul.
That's okay. I want you to go out and get that done. I don't have the money either, but doggone it. You got a family to take care of.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't think about that, Laura. Can't you? Oh wait, you don't have an iPhone anymore. That's right. Let's say I think you could tag on the iPhones. It just wasn't the Androids. Matter of fact, while I'm sitting here, let me check my email, see if I got any responses this morning. And I gotta make 2 calls here in a little bit. I call Lowe's and then I gotta call Walmart back.
Eh,
Uh, already did that.
So yeah, get that taken care of. What do you do? Go someplace to do that, or what do you got to do
For what?
to get your license straightened around?
I have to go to the tax office. They do it at the tax collection office for some reason here in my county. I don't know why they do that, but it's weird. Like here too, like the security license, you have to go to the agriculture office, where most places the sheriff's departments do it.
That's weird.
Yeah, you go to the state agriculture office to get your security license here. The go to the website real quick. Schedule appointment.
You got transportation to get over there to that place?
Oh, I can, like, when I go to do it, I can just use a car that day. I'll just have to take Sarah to work. Or,
Is it quite a ways away?
it's about, it's in Lake Wells, so maybe 10 miles.
Oh,
Not too bad. Aha. No. Why is it bringing up Texas? Florida.
I got not only I got squirrels out there, I got chipmunks, and the chipmunks are so damn cute.
Oh, you got chickmunks out there?
Yeah,
I think it was .org. Where was it? Driver's license and ID card. Schedule appointment.
oh, Sarah, congratulations. She's negative for COVID and flu. She has a virus. Well, the virus, they can get rid of that.
What's up,
Hey,
Marshall?
Marshall, Arizona.
I don't know. No, that's not it. The hell did I go to do that last time? No, that's not it. Tax collect. County. Ah, there we go. The renewals and replacements. Ah, here we go. Make an appointment, click here. Okay, let's see what the nearest. The date today. Jesus. I don't have the next one is not till the 24th.
What's
That's
that?
good. Appointment.
That's as soon as you get in and get your license done?
Yeah, here I'll see. I'll show you. Yeah. See, this is their appointments. That's the closest one right there is the 24th. Different time.
So what happens if you go up there, the date, and you click on like a different date? Does it change?
It will just tell you there's nothing available.
Okay,
It actually just gives you the closest available appointment, then you have to put your information in.
so did you make the appointment?
That's what I'm doing right now. Alright. That in.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Joe. 1 Mega Million ticket winner, just I don't know if you saw it or not, was sold in Florida.
Lucky bastard. Okay, so I have an appointment at Lake Wells. They sent me a confirmation email, so.
Hey, Mark White, how you doing? Mudball?
Oh, it sucks for tagging. I thought you could on, I don't know why they don't have that available on the cell phone, so it doesn't make any sense to me.
What Laura's talking about?
Where you can't, you can, what was I gonna say? Where you can't tag people on, you can do it on a computer, you just can't do it on the cell phones.
Oh, okay.
Where you put the @ symbol and then it will just bring up everybody's, so you put the @ symbol.
And then
the
you
first,
click them off.
yeah, you put the first 2 letters in in their name and it will pop up everybody's name with that first 2 letters and you can choose who you wanna click on.
Mudball says not on the iOS app.
Okay. I didn't play anyway, Joe, to be honest with you. Don't have the money to play it. I wish I did though. That'd have been a huge payday right there. Oh, you can tag, but it doesn't autofill yet. Wonder if I do it on on the Android, if it'll pop up orange like that. See. Yeah. Everybody's got a long ass name. See if it does or not. Nope. Doesn't work on the Android app. What's up, David? Oh, looks like Donald's coming in.
Hey, Donald,
Hi.
how you doing?
Doing okay.
So we take it you weren't involved in the winning of the Mega Millions?
No. No, this month has not been good for me. I found out as of September 1st, I will not have my job anymore. I was downsized from a job of 23 years.
Wow.
And so
What
Are
they give you?
are they giving you a severance or something, or?
they're giving me a severance and they're letting me keep some of the video production equipment so that I can continue working for them as a contract worker.
Okay.
So right now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to charge and see if I can learn how to start a business. I've been an employee my entire life and don't know anything about entrepreneurship. So,
Yeah, well,
but they're kind of giving me with the severance and everything like that. They're giving me and the equipment. They're giving me a no risk opportunity to see if it works.
well,
So,
at least they just didn't drop you like a hot potato, you know?
oh yeah, that would have sucked.
Hey, Paul Hodges is on the road again doing his signs.
Unfortunately, I just put one up in Elmer. Now I got 5 to put up at the next location. So having audio problems here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, so I've been to London, took Diane to London, come back home, let the dogs out.
Oh, so now we know who
Okay.
let the dogs out.
Who let the
Yeah.
dogs out? Paul Hodges did.
Yeah, so then I hooked on to the trailer. Just did one sign on 4th Ave, so now I'm going to another address. I got to put 5 signs up, but the problem is I got to paint them too. So the next 5, so I can be busy. So then, of course, Paul, more come off. So I got one on Hiawatha Street in St. Thomas, and now they want one up in Byron, which is out west of London today too. Like, holy crap. I can't believe how busy I am.
How's that truck running?
Well, sometimes it rattles, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of weird. I took it to my mechanic friend, and he was quiet as a mouse. He's, well, if it's really bad, it would, like the knock wouldn't, or not the knock, but the rattle wouldn't go away. But the rattle went away. But anyways, then a couple times it came back again. So I added a little bit more stuff to it this morning. So I'm hoping maybe that'll quieten it right down now. I don't know. Because I told him what I put in. He goes, yeah, that's good stuff to put in, right? So I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. Maybe I'll just drive down the road and it'll go bang and it's all over and done with. I don't know.
So Donald, when do you switch from being employed by your company to over to private contractor?
September 1st.
September the 1st.
Oh, so you still got a minute then.
I got a little bit, but to figure all this stuff out, I'm gonna be running to try and figure out what the hell I'm doing.
What made them decide to do that? You said downsizing?
No, nobody knows. They happen to quite a few people,
That sucks.
but
At least giving you a decent severance.
mhm, it's okay.
Yeah, so, like I say, thank God they just didn't say, hey, you're done on the 15th or the 18th or the September the 1st. Go find something,
Right. Well, yeah, I've got a couple friends that if nothing works out, I'll be working in a cheese factory or something.
Or just get everybody they let go and just start a business together.
Well, that's the thing. I was the only one in this local area.
Yeah.
But now the question I would have is what you do, is that marketable on the side so you can run your own little side business too?
I've already reached out to an agency that I have worked with at that company and trying to figure out some stuff that that company had turned down for me to do, but because it didn't make sense for them to do it as far as profitability. But for me as an individual, it would be profitable. So
Yeah.
uh,
That's
hopefully
if
I
you
can get
could-
some work there.
If you could pick up a couple of accounts like that to help you with your other,
Mhm.
you might end up making more money than you did being paid by the company.
That's what I keep being told, that we just got well, the company just got approved for advertising like medical marijuana or marijuana advertising. And so we were hoping that vertical would open up and provide a bunch of money. But it's still there. They're still going to need work. So
I remember when Walmart let all the co-managers go, they got a $70,000 check. They got a whole year's pay just to walk away. They told them you could demote yourself, which, you don't want to go from being a co-manager down to a regular associate.
Sorry, guys,
I-
I'm at a
I used-
location. So I gotta
Okay,
go.
Paul.
See you guys. Have a fun day today.
Yeah,
Okay.
you too.
Because they would have
Yeah.
Yeah,
lost like 80% of their pay.
Come on.
I used to be an overnight support manager at Walmart years ago.
That's what I used to be too.
Overnight.
No, I wasn't overnight, but I was morning shift 4 to 1. I did
See,
all
I still miss it. I'll walk in and they've got pallets coming out receiving, and it's like I want to get to work because that's when and I still have that urge to, when I'm there shopping, to face things, to pull things out
the
the front of the shelf. And
Well, I do the same thing. I used to be in retail too. And I walk through a store and I'm fronting the store as I'm going,
yeah, it's like this is a pet food department. We don't sell diamonds here. Cover
Yeah.
those diamonds up, get them up to the, we
Yeah.
had the shelves had the little diamonds on the grates.
Yep.
Yeah, when I was a support manager, I found myself critiquing other stores when I'd go in there.
Well, it comes in handy for me whenever I'm shooting different businesses. They'll be like, okay, go ahead and shoot this. I'm like, we're not shooting it like that. You don't want to show the world that shelf. And I'll go through and fill out their shelf. It's like,
put everything where it's supposed to be, and
yeah, you have blank space here in your frontage. We're gonna pull some stuff over here and we're gonna buff it out a little bit. And
Yeah, I was a support manager when they started that CAP program. I don't know if you were still there. when they
this
had
would have been in I left there in 2000.
Oh yeah, it was way before. But, yeah, so I was over the back room and all the consumable areas, and I had 9 employees. So I had almost half the store plus the back room, but I was actually really good at that job because we had the, CFO, I think it was, came in our store to do an inspection and everything with the, regional and district manager. And they said that our store was one of the best looking stores because the entire back room and our back room was almost empty because our inventory was on point like that.
It was on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they whenever I left, they were getting to the new policy of not having the large back room, having everything on the floor and getting it like at the time that it needed to be on the floor, getting inventory. So they weren't carrying a lot of inventory in the back room where they weren't supposed to. And as a result, when we had just moved into that new store like a year and a half before, and they built the back room a little smaller than what would have been comfortable. So we had to get creative as far as stacking pallets for a while.
Yeah, I mean, if you can keep your counts on, correctly on your inventory, you shouldn't have much backstock.
Yeah, and since they went, I mean, their computer systems have gotten so much better at inventory management, so you don't have to have your. When I was there, we still had our department managers who would go through and inventory every day and enter in their stuff, and it's like, the inventory coming in the back room. So then
Right.
you're also taking a count on the floor to find out if it's matching. Why aren't you checking the registers? I mean, you can do inventory to see if there's any shrinkage, but
Yeah, see, the way they started doing it, so my 9 employees and me, we scanned all the bins in the back room every day. And then that way you would know exactly what was back there and where it was located. And by doing it every single day, you were able to keep on top of it a lot easier versus, before, department managers, some of them might not go back to their bins for a week.
oh
And then
yeah,
and then you'll have employees that will go back there to get an item for a customer and they'll just pull it out of the bin.
and
And they
pull it
don't,
out.
yeah, and then they don't take it out
Yeah.
of the system.
Now, did you guys ever just shrink wrap your pallets, stick them in a spot, and don't touch that for a little bit, or did you leave it all?
Usually during the holidays, we had to do that because it would get pretty rough, especially during Christmas.
Oh yeah, I miss. People always talk about how working Black Friday sucked, but I loved it. It was so exciting. Just
It was
everybody there,
easy.
and you'd be walking around with your tails on. People would be in line with their, carts on every aisle back, and so you just grab a tails on, and you'd be pre-scanning cards, printing out receipt, show that to the register, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, and it was easy too because you just pulled the pallets out there as whole pallets and dropped it on the
Oh.
floor. And people would go to town on it.
I'll be right back, guys.
Now, were they doing staggered specials then, or because when I was there, they were still making an announcement over the speaker, and at that point, you'd cut the shrink wrap off, drag it with you, and just get the hell out of the way.
No, they started doing where they did
They staggered
tickets.
specials. Oh,
Yeah,
ticket.
it depends. Like our store, we did tickets. So if you wanted an Xbox One or something like that, you'd have to go get a ticket from whatever employee was doing the Xboxes. And then as you handed them the tickets, they'd hand you one to put in your cart. Because you get people in there, you get a lot of these guys coming in there and they try to bring 30 family members in there,
Yeah,
trying to
and
get all the
buy
shit.
them all up and then turn around and flip them. Yeah,
Right.
we had that with the Hot Wheel guys. They would be over there pulling boxes. The second they saw a box on a pallet being pulled out to
Oh.
be stocked, they would be grabbing boxes and digging into them for the Hot Wheels to try and get specials. And so they became such a nuisance that we started pulling the Hot Wheel boxes out to the side. We'd open them up and take a hole punch and punch the card,
Uh-huh.
which devalues it for a collector. it makes us the exact same money. We didn't care if it
Right.
devalued it for the collector. They were toys for kids, so we'd punch it, and take them out, hang it. And the collectors were so mad at us. You're destroying our property. It's like it's not your property until it's bought.
Tell you,
At
yeah.
this point, it's our property. We're allowed to hole punch it.
What's up, Maria, JDS? How's
But
it
it
going?
but it stopped them from circling our toy aisles and tearing stuff off pallets.
Oh, you know, people used to get so pissed too, because when they were doing the layaway, they would,
Mhm.
they would come in and buy like a special edition Barbie and they'd put it on layaway. And then I would say the people at layaway were morons because they would take the layaway sticker and slap it right on the front plastic part of the actual Barbie doll, you know, and they're buying it as a collection. And they would come in so pissed because you couldn't get it off of there. It would just tear and fuck the plastic all up.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just ruined. Yeah.
so I would tell people, and when they would do layaway, I would say, you know, if it's something that you know is a collector's item, don't put it on the actual item. You know, don't put it on there because then they're gonna get pissed when you go and rip it off and it rips the box.
Mm-hmm. Why
Yeah,
can't
what?
I find Chrome?
Duh, 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 duh. I'll be quiet, JDS. Pushing people for purchasing retail products at a retail store seems counterproductive. But JDS said, Donald, vodka this early in the morning, get a grip, bro.
Wait, what? Oh, water. Come on. As far as you know.
Hey, JD is in the chat.
What's up, JD?
Yeah, JD says, punishing people for purchasing retail products at a retail store seems counterproductive.
No, we weren't punishing them for purchasing the products. We were punishing them for tearing apart our pallets and putting themselves and other people at danger by having boxes thrown all over the place so they could get their Hot Wheel toy and turn around and flip it. They weren't buying it to own it. They were buying it to resell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
that's
used
what we
to,
were punishing them for.
Good morning,
we-
Trevor.
we had two guys and a girl that used to come in all the time for Funko Pops, Hot Wheels.
Mhm.
And what was the other one? Oh, when we got those golden Marios in. Oh God, dude, there was a whole line at like 3 o'clock in the morning of these people waiting to get the golden Marios. It was that game for the Nintendo Wii, and it was some like pad, and you would put different characters on it, like actual little figurines, and then it would be in the game. I can't remember what the hell it was
Yeah.
called,
I remember it. I don't remember what it was called either.
but they had a golden Mario for it, and they only sent like I think 10 of them to each store. And so there was people fighting over them. We actually had an issue with a couple people getting in an argument over it. That's like the people that try to come in and buy stuff before it's allowed to be released and the register won't let you ring it up. Oh, those people get super pissed because sometimes you'll get an employee that doesn't realize that they're not supposed to sell it. And they'll be like, oh yeah, we got it in the back, and they'll go grab it for them, bring it out, go to ring it up, and the register will say nope.
Yep.
And then you
can't
got
sell it.
one, yeah, and then you got one pissed off person.
If it's on embargo, you can't turn around
Who was that tried to buy a drone like a year or two ago and they went to Best Buy?
I don't remember, but they got it.
No, I think they tried to get it and then the register wouldn't let them ring it up. It was
Oh, I
like
thought
the,
somebody did get one sold to them
who the hell was
early.
that?
Yeah, I remember that too, Donald. Somebody did get one, but I think somebody else went in there and they wouldn't sell it.
I want to say it might have been Brad Austin. I think it was when the Air 2S was coming out, I think it
Yeah.
was. One of them went
Somebody
into
put it in the case.
Yeah, and then he went to go buy it and took it up front, and the associate got it for him, and he got it up front.
Said
And
it
it
wouldn't
wasn't-
scan and they wouldn't sell it.
Yeah, he had to wait till the next day to go in there and get it. I think that was Brad Austin, if I remember correctly. Joe said I made so much buying Tamagotchis from Walmart and flipping them on eBay.
Yeah, Joe, you were the bane of our existence.
Oh, there's those resellers that go in there too. They buy shit on clearance and then they go on Amazon and list it for a higher price. Or it's just like the third party sellers on Walmart. So there's third party sellers on Amazon that sell you Walmart store products. That's Walmart brand, right? And alls they do is you order it from them and then they go to Walmart's website, order it and have it shipped to you. And it comes in a Walmart box, even though you ordered it from Amazon. It's a freaking
Mhm.
hell of a racket if you can get into it. Because you're literally just being a middleman for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you're
paying 'em-
using Walmart as a drop shipper.
Yeah. You're getting a fee for doing nothing pretty much. When they could have just went to Walmart.com and ordered it themselves and saved $5. I like Bob Dempsey's story about buying the two best 365-day return Chinese goods. He took it back almost a year later. The Air 2S.
That's interesting. I don't
Oh, yeah. That's because fucking Best Buy has actually a 1-year return policy on some stuff.
Oh, so they came out with a new model and he took it back.
And returned it and used the money towards the Air 2S.
So Best Buy still has the 1-year return policy?
I don't know if they still have it, but I know they had it there for a while. A lot of people didn't realize that. But I could explain why Best Buy is not doing so good anymore too. It's kind of a
Yeah, they
stupid
say-
ass policy.
Best Buy is the demo for buying it on Amazon. You go there and demo the product on their floor and then go buy it on Amazon because you can get it cheaper.
Oh, for sure. You like you could go buy like a $50, say like a $50-$60 Corsair keyboard on eBay or I mean on Amazon, but then you go to Best Buy and it's like $80-$90 for the same keyboard. Yeah, it's like why the hell would I do that?
I guess drone related, part of the equipment that I'm getting to take with me is the Phantom 4 Pro.
Oh,
They might look at it as just an old product that they don't care about anymore, huh? Because of just how old it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they've depreciated it.
Yeah, I'm sure if it was a
Bye-bye.
Mavic 3, they'd be like, hell no.
Well, some people, some places in the company, I'm not sure which departments had them, had the Inspire 2 and stuff like that. But
Yeah, the last couple times I was in eBay, or I mean, the last couple times I was in Best Buy, and man, their shelves are fucking empty.
Dang.
What's up, Lewis?
To America talking about buying saltwater pool filter pumps.
Louis P, how you doing?
Well, because some people don't price match shit. I always look at multiple websites before I buy something. And if they're all around the same price, then I'll buy it. But if I find Walmart's got it $20 cheaper, I'm gonna buy it from Walmart. I don't just go to the first site and be like, ooh, how much is it? Oh yeah, okay. I mean, if it's something stupid like, you know, a $5 item or something, yeah, of course I'm not gonna go searching 20 websites. But if it's something that's like $100 or more, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking around. But I mean, if you can flip shit like that, by all means do it. People are, you're not robbing people. They're willing to pay that money, so.
No, just be respectful of the people who work in the stores when you're
I love
going
how
in to
people,
flip.
I love how people say highway robbery. I'm like, no, if somebody's willing to pay a certain amount, that's on them. It's like when a scalper puts a PS5 for $1,000 on eBay. If somebody was willing to pay that $1,000, that's on them for paying that.
Yep.
Well, you just might catch that one guy that wants it right now. Right now, you gotta have it, you know?
I love the guy when the PS5, when all the scalpers were buying them up. And the guy sold the picture of the PS5 for 600 on eBay. And it said it in the fine print that it was a picture. And these people weren't reading it and they were buying them and they were trying to get a return from eBay. And eBay said, no, it clearly said it was a picture. But they didn't read the fine print. They just saw PS5, 600 bucks. They were like, ooh, click on it. And they just bought it. I give it to that guy. It was a good little racket there.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you get some older games, older systems, and just get a Sharpie and write your name on them and sell them as the Justin Stickley signature SNES and sell it as a premium. Some idiots might think, hey, that must be something special. It's a signature box.
Yeah, right, Joe. I agree with you. eBay has changed their format and their pricing structure.
Oh yeah, you can't even overcharge for shipping anymore.
Nope.
I remember when people used to do that, they'd be like, you'd find like $100 item and it would be listed for 20 bucks and then it would be $140 shipping.
Yep.
And handling.
Because JD even said that he shipped something not too long ago and he had to shove it in a smaller package where it could have been damaged because he couldn't send it for more than, otherwise he would have paid out of pocket to send it. To have to get the more expensive shipping. Because he couldn't charge the customer for it. Because eBay only allowed him so much shipping because of the weight of the item. But that also limits you on how well you can pack something, because it might be small, but it could be fragile. To where it needs to be in a decent sized box with bubble wrap and everything else, but then they'll tell you, they'll give you enough to where you can only ship it in like an envelope or something. Well, and people were way overcharging for shipping too. It'd be something that literally would cost like 10, 15 bucks to ship and they'd try to charge you like $50 for shipping. They'd try to squeeze as much money out of you as possible. I don't know. I think the whole online shopping, oh, there's so many loopholes in it that I don't know if they could ever really fix half of them. I don't know if there's any real way to even control some of that problems. You know, it's like these third-party stores on Amazon that do the fake reviews on their own products. And then they buy each other's products so they can give a bad review. Like, how are you supposed to stop shit like that?
Laura, that wasn't a silly idea. That was a great idea. The signature game system. That's a great idea.
And we'll buy the sign system from Justin. Yeah, JD said when he sent those Xbox games, they only allowed him to spend $250 on shipping. That's all he could charge a customer.
Hey, Justin, you got it covered for a few minutes. I want to go catch this ship real fast.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, I'll make you host. I'll leave the camera on if you guys want to watch it.
Well, crap. If he's leaving, I'm leaving.
He'll be
Have fun,
fast,
Justin.
but
Have
All
fun,
right.
Justin.
I'll see you later.
No, I'm just giving you crap.
I don't care if you want to leave. Ain't the first time I ran the show by myself.
Well, this show is really just dudes staring at a camera, isn't it?
Pretty much. Oh,
So I saw your latest Bertha video.
that actually was an old video. For some reason, every few months, and I don't know what it is, but YouTube will re-upload old videos.
Oh,
I don't know why,
Okay.
but it will just randomly re-upload one or two of my videos.
yeah. I don't think that officer in that video was acting professional at all.
Because I actually uploaded a newer video today, but then it kept, for some reason, going to private, and I finally got it to where it would stay on public. But YouTube's been doing
Laura-
some weird shit the last couple days.
Laura, why don't you hop on? We haven't seen your face in forever.
Yeah, come on, Laura. Oh, fuck off, Aaron's.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out the way our company usually price things was by a finished product, a set amount,
Uh-huh.
but that's ridiculous because you don't know if you do a 30-second commercial, you don't know if that 30-second commercial is going to take you, if you're going to use stock footage and just edit it and put a couple hours in there, or if you're going to go out and do half a day of shoot. You can't just charge a set price for that.
I'm wondering, but you guys do like commercials for like TV channels, right?
Commercials for well, TV channels, pre-roll on YouTube, doing some. I just had a TikTok ad that I put on the air earlier this summer that did really well. So, all kinds of OTT stuff. So when you watch like Hulu and you get those pop-ups, they localize that now, so you can get localized ads on those. So yeah,
You don't need your webcam. Just come on with your voice, son.
yeah.
Oh, you're funny, David. Surprised Dominic ain't up here. You don't miss very many
This-
live shows.
Yeah, this is not a true live stream. If Dominic's not on it.
The Dominic came out of nowhere, man, and then just boom, he was on like everybody's live stream.
Yeah, he He's kind of like the Nicolas Cage of live streams. He doesn't say no to any of them. Nicolas Cage says yes to every single script that comes across his desk, it seems like.
Yeah, yeah, and then he started doing all like the Netflix movies and shit, and those were just crappy. But I noticed that with a lot of actors, because all these, especially Netflix, was offering all these guys all these money to do these movies, but they would come in and be like, all right, we want you to do 10 movies for us. And then they would just give them 10 shitty scripts and
Hmm.
they would go along with it.
Yep, it's kind of like the old Hollywood studio contract. To be under contract for a certain number of movies, and
But that's the thing is Netflix freaking it seems like they greenlight everything.
oh, so Laura says, hold on. I put this in other words. I don't want to. So we called you on your bullshit, is basically what you're saying. I haven't found my webcam. Just say you don't want to. Don't try and spare feelings by saying, ooh, I'm still unpacking.
Right?
We didn't make you move. Don't pull that crap.
Yeah, and it's just
This is
two
why
of
I
them.
miss having Laura to talk to, because I miss giving her crap.
Well, and that's the thing is there was only two of them. How much shit did they have to unpack? I could do a family of 5 in just a few days.
Oh, and plus, David is on the phone. Shut up, Laura. You already said you didn't want to. So don't throw in another excuse. We already know the real reason.
Wow, she just threw David under the bus like that,
Uh-huh.
blaming it on him. She said I didn't make the move either.
That's true.
Yeah, she's got a point there.
Kind of like I'm not responsible for making myself a unemployed alcoholic. Oh, wait, the alcoholic part, maybe.
Is that the new job theme you're taking up?
Yeah.
I applied for a new job, the town drunk.
I could be the Otis. Do you get the Otis reference, Justin? I don't know if you.
Was that from Andy Griffith?
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was always in the jail cell drunk. He was a friendly
Yeah.
town drunk.
He would go close himself into the jail cell and hang the key up,
Yeah.
sleep it off.
These days he'd be in prison because you can't just be drunk in public like that all the time.
I didn't want to be drunk in public. I want to be drunk in a bar.
Ron
They
White.
threw me into public. Yeah.
I thought Ron White was funny, but he never came up with really any new material. It was always the same jokes every time he did a new show.
Uh,
It seemed like all the other guys kind of came up with new
No,
stuff every
he-
couple years.
he came out with some new stuff. He came out with stuff. He
Are they even doing comedy anymore? I haven't really seen nothing from any of them.
yeah, he's still doing stand up. He has been doing stuff down in Texas. Who was it that started the comedy club down there? Oh, I can't remember. Somebody opened a comedy club down, I think, in Austin.
Huh.
And a lot of the comics are going down there because it's a club created by a comedian, and it's supposedly a great place to go down and do a few sets.
Yeah, I was talking about the famous comedy club in LA, was it the Laugh Factory? I think
Mhm.
that's the one that all the big comics went through. I was talking to Tim about that the other day. And I was like, you really, he didn't realize Pauly Shore owned it because it was his mom's apparently before that. And he inherited it.
Yes, Mitzi Shore. See, I'm a nerd. I know these things.
But
Like
Pauly
Mitzi Shore. Why would I know who Mitzi Shore is?
Pauly Shore though, he kind of fell off after the 90s. He did
Yes,
make
he did.
one movie recently. I think it was on Netflix. One where he was some rich guy that was living in his parents' pool house or something, and then they ended up selling it or something, and he wouldn't move out. So he ended up staying there as a tenant. Can't remember what the name of the movie is, but it came out a couple of years ago.
I haven't heard of it. But I always liked Pauly Shore. I thought Son-in-Law was a great movie.
Oh yeah, and then you had Encino Man, and
Encino Man was good.
what was the one where they went into the biodome? That was another good one.
Oh, I'm having sneezing fits.
Laura, did you guys like throw anything out when you moved? Because that's a good time to go through your shit and really throw out junk. Oh my God, we got rid of so much shit when we moved out of the last house.
I've got a box of stuff. We moved into this house. It's coming up on, I think, 12 years. And we've still got stuff that are in the boxes they moved in.
Oh, you never
It's
went
like,
through it?
we really, no, we know what's in there. We just haven't needed it. And it's just, and we did, it's like, why do we have it?
All right. But you wouldn't realize really how much stuff you have till if you guys decided to move tomorrow. Then you would really see how much shit you got like in closets and cabinets that you've just thrown in there over the years.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you just say, screw it. We don't need it. We're not taking it. We're not taking it.
Oh, we had a freaking mountain outside on the side of the road at our house, the old house, because they come around once a week with the claw truck so you can throw like mattresses, whatever you got out there.
Oh, wow. We do that, I think, twice a year here. Where they do
Well,
a citywide cleanup.
if you're in the city, they come by once a week with a trash truck, recycle truck, one of the trucks for all your vegetation, grass clippings, all that, and then they have a claw truck that comes around once a week. But if you're in the county area, you have to call for a pickup and they only allow you, I think, 4 pickups a year. But you have to call and schedule it. And then they'll be out there within like 5 days after you call. It's usually 5 to 7 days you have to wait for them to show up. That's only because the city makes sense because they can drive up and down the roads, but you know, sending a truck out just randomly driving up and down county roads, that's a lot of waste.
Right.
But I mean, in this town, you can drive down the roads on trash day and frickin' every 6 houses will have furniture and shit sitting out in front of it that they're throwing out.
Let's say you want to see. Show you. That's my new deck I'm building.
Oh, nice.
It's getting there. If it wasn't for the rain.
Don't you love when you have a big project coming and then they tell you that they're letting you go?
Oh, yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah, but we'd already spent the money on it. So
I said, at least they're giving you a severance and all that and still offering you side work, I guess.
and it is, oh yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know if they all see the salespeople that they are retaining these salespeople, and the salespeople seem to think they're gonna have me busier than ever, and thinking that I will be better off this way. That will remain to be seen. But one good thing about having a project like this already in process is that I've been able to go out and work on it and not really have to think about work.
Alright. Justin
Is
shops
that-
like a QVC attic housewife.
Last night I went in and got the tie rods put back on the dune buggy. So if that rain ever stops this afternoon, I'm going to take it out for a run and shake it loose and then come back and double check the alignment.
Oh, were you able to find the nuts you needed for him?
I was able to finally get the other ones off.
Oh, okay.
I had to put it in a vise and put a pipe wrench on one end and just crank down. Heat and cold didn't even break it loose, but once I got it moving,
You don't have a torch, do you?
yeah, no,
That's
I didn't get it red hot.
Yeah, because that's a good way to do it. Not to cut through it, but you just put it on there and just let it get red hot. Heat
Right.
up.
And yeah, just expands it and then we'll break that rust. But why is she telling me that rain is in for the whole day? Actually, I'm not even, I think it was supposed to stop this afternoon.
Trevor, I'll
Oh,
do the
Trevor's gonna
rain
do it.
dance.
Okay, so Trevor, if you do the rain dance, that means that the rain is gonna leave from here and go to where you are? Is that how that works? Or do I have to do a rain dance but only do it backwards?
That's so weird. They got 3 bins, black, pink, and a food bin.
We only
Okay.
have one bin.
Oh, we have 2. It's just recycle and trash. Usually I throw like cardboard boxes, cans, shit like that in their milk jugs.
Oh, I think they gave us a recycled tub.
Yeah, one
For
of
a
the little yellow
while.
ones.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was for a while and no one ever used it. And the truth is, they didn't really do anything with it anyway. So
Yeah, I heard that a lot of the trash companies weren't really recycling the shit.
I don't think
Or
you
that-
need to recycle. I think recycling is a big scam. I think we should all put all of it, everything into these big landfills. Okay. Then in 100 years, we can sell those landfills to companies to come in and mine them.
Come in and mine all your plastic,
Uh-huh.
all those
Uh,
all that 3D.
Once
printing.
they find the value in it, they come back in, they can mine it for the aluminum cans. Yeah, I
That's
think it'd be
why
great.
I have a feeling if some of these environmentalists in some of these countries get their way, 3D printers are going to end up getting banned from all the
All those
plastic filling.
microplastics.
Yeah,
That's why I feel guilty about this composite decking. I'm out there cutting this stuff and leaving little bits of plastic all over it. It's
What
like
is
I
it?
thought I should
It's-
put a tarp down.
so that's not wood, that's plastic.
That's composite.
What is
No.
a wood plastic mixture?
Think so. I don't know what it's made out of.
Huh. I guess so. It doesn't warp or anything. Huh?
No, it will expand and contract, but it shouldn't warp. Let me look it up. What is composite decking made of?
That's your clock behind you?
Yes.
That sounded like a doorbell at first.
Yes, composite decking boards are made up of wood and plastic.
I got a big granddaddy clock out in the garage.
Yeah.
It's made by some company out of Detroit. And I've looked up their company name online and the cheapest clock I could find on their website was like 12 grand. So I don't know how much this clock's worth, but the manufacture date says it was made in 1979. It was Sarah's great grandparents and they left it to her when they passed away.
This one belonged to my wife's aunt, and she had gotten it from her parents. They got it on their wedding, or as a wedding something. And so her aunt got it, and then they hated it because of the noise,
Uh-huh.
and it drove them nuts. They're trying to get rid of it. None of her kids wanted it, so.
I don't even know how to
my wife-
start that one. Me and my wife don't know how to start it. It's
We also
and
got a player piano from them too.
a player.
I don't know how to play piano, but
Oh, look, there's a lot of people that have pianos in their houses that don't know how to play them. They're just using them as decorative
But-
pieces.
I think there's a fuse or something busted in it. The vacuum pump stopped working because this one works on a vacuum pump, and so it's not actually playing right now.
So is it one of those
Trevor,
pianos?
oh, what?
I was gonna say, is it one of those pianos that can play itself?
Yeah, it's a player piano. It's got the roll. It's
Oh,
got
shit,
different rolls that you
okay.
put in. Yeah,
Interesting.
pretty cool. Lance, yes, it is Trex. Trevor, no, it is not done yet, but getting there.
Yeah, you just showed it a second ago, Trevor.
It's getting done enough that I'm starting to get excited now. But it's so late in the season. By the time we're done, we're gonna have to close up the pool. So I figure we'll have a big party where we open the deck and close the pool.
Yeah, that clock we have out there, I have no idea how to start it. And I don't want to fuck with it because those things are super intricate inside.
Yeah, I could get in. This has stoppers so you can mute the chimes, but I don't mind it. My wife cannot sleep in the living room because the noise. I can sleep in the living room and it doesn't affect me. Chimes go off and I sleep right through it.
You probably just gotten used to it over time. Because at some point you will get to a point where you just don't hear that stuff anymore. You'll hear it, but you don't think about it.
Yeah, Lance, I am hoping that that composite's going to be easier to maintain. We're only going to have to do treatment on the uprights, the 6x6s, but
Here comes
the
Ron.
decking we're not going to have to be stripping. And hey, Ron,
There we go.
What's up, Ron?
Hey guys, morning. Starting to get a little chilly up here in North Dakota in the mornings.
Don't even talk about being cold. It's hot as shit down here.
Yeah, but
I would totally take that cool weather. I can't wait till the cold fronts start moving down here.
that was one thing I enjoyed about visiting up there is the cooler weather.
oh,
Yes, Lance,
Well, but-
wood is hard to keep up.
the gods started out mean last night, but then they said, "All right, Ron, it's your last night. Let us be gentle to you."
So you're all done now?
I am done as a full timer.
All right.
Gonna go have breakfast with a couple coworkers that are off duty, and then I'm southbound and down.
Well, congratulations. I think you're going to enjoy that.
I hope you're right, Paul. I guess with anything new, you get nervous and you worry, and am I going to fit in? And yeah, I had a case
You
last
have a
night.
personality. You can fit in anywhere.
I'll try. Had a case last night, man. My partner and I were just banging each other's heads, thinking, "How are we going to treat this one?" And then we got canceled. One thing we don't do is if we've got a woman that's real super high chance of delivering, we ain't transported. We're not going to deliver a baby in the aircraft. And she was presenting with symptoms that just didn't make sense. And So we're sitting there, actually called the OB department of the one of our hospitals and talked to an OB doc and said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" He's like, "Oh shit." So when the doc says, "Oh shit,"
It's an oh shit.
it's an oh shit. Yeah, she 20 years old, third pregnancy, only delivered one. She sounded like she might have been going into eclampsia, but the weird thing is she had a heart rate of 30. That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
20-year-old with a heart rate of 30. Oh man. So we're discussing what drugs to use and which ones not to use, and then all of a sudden we got a call from our dispatch center, said she went fully dilated, water broke, and she goes, "You guys have been canceled." I'm like, "Oh, praise the Lord." So when you got, sometimes there's just patients that are too unstable to fly,
Yes.
you know. So we come back, I laid my little noggin down, and yeah, because the night before we went and picked up a little preemie with the NICU team. We left at 11 p.m., got back at 8:45 a.m. It was an all-nighter. So I was tired.
I'll bet.
Yeah, my one dispatcher, she's a freaking scream. That girl, she just got the weirdest sense of humor. But her and I, we call each other Maverick and Goose. And she goes, she sent me an email this morning, which I'm sure the IT department's probably going to scrutinize, but when they see it, but she's like, "Mav, you're killing me." She goes, "This is your last night." And then she sent me a picture of a dead goose. Oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah.
She sounds like a hoot.
Oh my God. Funny as shit. She just has, and she, here's the far side. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of my coworkers were going to meet up, and they're drinking beer at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm only going to have one. I can't risk anything.
Well, what now? When do you report for the other job?
Monday.
Ah,
I got so much to do between now and then. I got all these little errands and everything from oil changes to picking up my uniform at the embroidery shop. The honey-do list is endless.
well, you got to have a certain amount of excitement too, don't you?
I do. I think once next week rolls around, I'm just very nervous right now. You know, because look at, one of the things that got me, Paul, and maybe you could understand, the people that I met, everybody's a lot younger than me. 20s, early 30s. And
I get it. Yep.
it's kind of intimidating to me. But on the same token, will they be slightly intimidated by me because of, my experience and licensures and certifications and qualifications? I don't know. So I'm just I'll lay low. I do that all the time. I'll lay low and just kind of feel things out.
Now, Ron,
Yeah, first, go ahead.
I was gonna say, remember when you were all nervous about going across the border, about getting a cavity check, and nothing
Oh, yeah.
happened, and it was
Yeah.
just smooth sailing? I think you're just
Yeah.
overthinking it.
I probably am. I was talking to my supervisor and a couple of my coworkers this morning. They tried to get me to stay for day shift today. The day shift medic called out sick, and I'm like, I can't stay. I got to go home today. But they were impressed by this company. Is next week I got to go to the OR with anesthesia, work with them, and then go to the intensive care unit and spend some time with them. And then I want to say they said something like a 2-week academy where you sit in classroom for 2 weeks and go through all kinds of medical stuff. And it's not your, when I started that part-time job down in Hot Springs, like, oh, okay, here's a uniform shirt, there's the truck, go to work, where this place is, it's not like they got their act together.
Yeah, I think you'll get there, and after, it's like anything, like when you're going to school for the first time and you're nervous. Once you're there for a few days, you get in the swing of things. I don't think you'll be thinking about that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
It's always nervous starting a new job or going to school, when you were a kid and all that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think you'll be all right then.
I think so. I hope you're right.
Yeah, and just think about it as a weight loss program. When you're nervous, you don't eat, you get off your kibble and you tend to lose weight.
Yeah. Here we go.
Ooh, unless you're a nervous eater.
No, that I've never been. Never been one of them.
I eat when I'm bored. When I'm
Yeah.
nervous, I don't eat.
Yeah,
Alrighty, guys. Well, go ahead.
all right. No, go ahead.
I was just saying I'm here at the breakfast place.
Oh, there you go. What are you gonna have? Pancakes or what?
Well, we'll see what's on the menu.
Okay. Well, maybe it's gonna be a hot blonde on the menu.
I think you should eat a fruit cup or something light, just a fruit cup or
Well, first of all, don't ever
biscuits
eat
and gravy.
don't ever eat the buffet at a strip club, Ron.
There's a place up here in Dickinson called the Paragon. It's a bowling alley, and you can bowl, have breakfast, and drink beer at 7 a.m.
Wow.
I don't know. A strip club called Bacon and Boobies.
Oh,
That
where's
serves-
that at?
Serves, I don't know, that'd be great though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think.
You just go there and have a breakfast and a great way to start your day.
To me,
Yeah.
that's like eating sushi at a vending machine, though. I don't know if I'd do
Yeah.
that.
Mm. Oh shoot! Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll try and catch up to you another
Okay,
day.
Ron. Hey, hang in there, buddy.
All right, guys. Signing out.
Yep. Bye bye.
ya.
Later.
Bye bye.
It seems like everybody's going through employment upheavals about now.
Yeah, it seems to be the way.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is, how they talk about all these companies needing people, and yet I've sent my application out to like 20 companies, and every one of them have sent me a response back. Oh yeah, we don't need your services at the moment.
My son was following the rules about doing the online application and stuff like that. And he finally printed up his resume and application and walked it to the place and handed them a piece of paper. And he got called a week later, but he had waited a month for any response off the
But
website.
You'd be
The
surprised
second they had a piece of paper in their hand, they said, "Oh, you know what? He really wants a job."
But you'd be surprised how many places I've actually walked into and they would tell you, did you fill out an application online? Yeah, I did. Okay,
Mhm.
well, we'll call you if we need you. They don't even like, some places don't even want to talk to you. It's just like,
It's
they
like,
want you to do the
that's
online
great.
process.
Yes, I did fill out the application online and I wanted to come here and drop off my paper resume so you could put that.
Or you tell them,
Oh.
yeah, I filled out it online and I was told to report here and discuss it with somebody.
Just lie to them and tell them, yeah, I was told to come in for an interview.
Yep.
You do that at a big company where there's like 20 managers. They're like, oh, interview. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Maybe we did have one.
The online application didn't have any room for nuance, so I figured that your hiring manager would prefer to have my resume in addition to that online application.
Yeah, I understand why companies went to doing online applications because, yeah, it's more streamlined. But
Mhm.
that personability is not there anymore because
Mm-mm.
even a lot of the stores you don't even
I don't
go
know
in to
why you would
fill it
want to
out
do that
anymore.
anyway. I don't know why you would want to go to online applications because it makes it too easy to apply for a job. If a person isn't willing to get up and get out and hit the streets to get a job, are they really someone you want to hire?
I remember back in the day getting a newspaper, and I was
Oh
probably the
yeah,
last people or the last generation to do that, where you had to get a newspaper and sit and highlight
got a
jobs.
newspaper and go and oh, this sucks. Oh,
Yeah, nobody does that anymore because everything's online now. And every once in a while you might run across a mom and pop operation that's hiring and they'll still do paper apps, but majority of them don't do that anymore. On these big corporations, they don't even check anything. They don't verify nothing. You could tell them you work for NAFTA and they'd be like, okay. Like they don't call and verify references anymore. I used to help doing the hiring at Walmart when I was a support manager. I would be in there with the managers helping them go through the hiring process with a bunch of employees. Dude, they never called their references. They never checked their employment history. They didn't do any of that.
oh no. You get somebody in, and if they work out the first 90 days, you keep them. If not, you get rid of them. But yeah,
And that's not the only company. I mean, there's a lot of them don't do that anymore.
yeah, Mark, it wouldn't do good to go and say, hey, your online application was badly designed.
That's hilarious.
It's like
Now,
I have
now if
my
you're designing websites or something like that, if you're coding, to take them in a thumb drive and say, listen, I filled out your application online, but it wasn't really optimized right. The UI needed work, so I mocked up an improvement for you here. If you'd like to take a look at it, I can come in, I could implement that for you, and then get to work. Yep, Trevor, that's me. Last time I looked for a job, it was all written. I've been at the same place for 23 years. The world has changed.
Oh, definitely. Definitely has changed for sure. I mean, everything isn't for the worst, but it seems like it's tilting more towards the changes that are being done are either self-serving or not necessary. Just I think there's a whole bunch of people out there working that say, hey, I made this change, and they show it to the boss, and the boss say, oh, okay, all right. But
Yeah, you have the people who make changes to validate their employment,
yep,
and then you have like managers who get hired to come in to a place and they have to change everything. It may be working, but they have to put their thumbprint on it to validate the reason they were
Yep.
hired.
the reason they were there. Yep.
And they throw a monkey wrench in everything, and everything changes. And
Yeah, self-validation is probably a big issue.
Well, see, that's like I was, who was it that was, Gitchy was saying something about, well, going into stores to do applications. I was like, no, it's all done online now. Because, you know, she's been a flight attendant for what, 30+ years, so she hasn't, you know, it's been a long time since she looked for a job. And I was like, yeah, it's all online now. And the one decent thing about going through like Indeed is you upload all your information, you upload your resume, and then when you look for specific jobs, some of them will redirect you to their website to fill out the app, but most of them, you can just hit the apply now button and boom, you're done. That's it. Indeed just auto fills their application form and you're done. So you can go through 10 jobs in a matter of 10 minutes, you know, about a minute a job when you're just looking through to see what the requirements are, all that, and then you decide if you want to do it, you just hit apply. I did a whole bunch last night, but I had about 15 of them that were redirects and I had to go to their website and fill out the application. They just listed it on Indeed. What's up, Dan? I'm gonna call Walmart here in a little bit and see if I can get a hold of them.
Are you applying at Walmart?
Yeah, I already did. I'm just gonna call and find out if they have any openings.
Now, when you call, do you ask for the store manager or?
I just asked for any member of management because usually the assistants are the ones that do all the hiring. The store manager don't do shit when it comes to that. They're just doing corporate day-to-day bullshit all day. The assistants
Yeah,
are the
when-
ones that do everything.
When I found out about being out of work at the end of the month, I looked up, I was gonna go talk to the store manager there at Walmart just to see what might be available. Just I'm in my first panic stricken mode. It turns out the store manager has that I knew left like 2 years ago. And I was on good terms with him. I could have gone straight to the store manager having worked there for him. But now it's like, I don't know that person. I don't know any of the management in that store now. I know some of the people who are the hourly employees. I know a lot of them, and I'll still walk in and they'll say, "Hey, Tater." Oh, okay. Because I gave myself a stupid, don't ever give yourself a stupid nickname.
Tater.
I was working overnight and I was trying to make everybody laugh. I tried to we had a fun shift. And one night I said, tonight I want everybody to call me Tater. That way in the morning, when I say bye, you can say later, Tater.
Okay.
And so they're like, okay, we'll call you Tater. And the next night I said, okay, tonight I want you to call me Possum. That way when I ask how you're doing, you can say, awesome, Possum. They go, nope, you're Tater. And I was Tater from that day on.
Hey, Paul Hodges
my-
is back.
Hey, when my son was born, he was Tater Tot. And that was a joke that they made before Rock Light came out with his joke. Yes, companies don't talk to you, people talk to you.
Yep.
That is true, Marie.
Marie. Yep. So, Paul, how you doing?
I'm tired. Time to turn the air conditioning on. Get hot. I just leaving Elmer, so that's all done. So now I got to go home, put one up on the Hiawatha Street, and then load another one up, and I got to go to Byron. So
On the
I
road.
want to try and get a haircut. Yeah, I want to try and get a haircut if I can in between here, but because I got the visitation to go to tonight. A friend of mine, just brother passed away. So I got to go to Elmer again tonight for visitation from 6 till 8 or whenever I get there. So, but I think I'm due for another Tim Hortons here shortly.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, paint them, put the signs on. Well, I'll put them up, paint them, hang the signs, and I'm out of here. So, hey, Paul,
Yeah,
you know the 5 signs they just put up there?
yeah.
They don't. They're not even built yet. All it's there is the foundations. They're a big panic to get the fucking signs up.
But they're not ready to be sold.
I
All's I heard
no, they just the foundations there. They haven't even started them. They're just
Started
starting to
building
build
the
them
houses.
now.
They're just the foundations.
Alls I heard
Yeah,
was
just
fucking
the
signs.
foundation, and they want for sale signs up for condos, right?
I don't know. Alls I heard was
Rush.
fucking signs.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're clipping in and out, Paul, but what in essence what Paul was saying is he put up for sale signs. Did you have to do coming soon signs, Paul? And they were nothing but foundations and no condo.
Yeah, yes, yeah, signs, but there's no condos yet.
Wow.
Uh,
So anyway, it's 10:30. Justin's working on his finding a job. Donald has regaled himself into what's next in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Hodges is on the road.
On the road again. Yeah.
Hey, Justin,
Hey, come on.
before we forget, Justin, you got to make me the host again.
Yeah.
no. There you
Why,
go.
did you go flagship this morning?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, it's funny. All the signs you put up, there's foundation, but no building. Amazing. They're a big rush to get a for sale sign on. What a bunch of idiots.
Well, that's the world today, Paul. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it.
Could have given me at least a week's notice or something like that, right? You know, when you get time, can you do this or whatever?
What they should have said to you, Paul, was put this on the list of signs to do, and we'll let you know when it's appropriate to do it.
Yeah. I hate like no landscaping done, no sod. Well, they haven't even got the buildings there for Christ's sake. So, they're gonna hit my signs and knock them over, and oh well.
Yep. Well, guys, what do you think?
Yeah. I
Just,
think I need another Tim Hortons.
there you go.
Up to you, Paul. It's your show.
Well, yeah, but I know you're busy.
And I'm not going to be out long here. I'm just almost halfway home. So.
All right. Well, if you want to end it, we can. I'm gonna go. I'll make some calls anyway. So.
Okay. All right, everybody in the chat, Donald, Paul, Justin, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later, maybe later today.
Bye, everybody.
All right,
hopefully,
we'll see you later.
yeah, because hey, Paul, I got a visitation to go to tonight around 6 o'clock. So if I come on, it'll be very short lived. So.
Okay, all right. Everybody take care. We'll see all of you again tonight.
Later.